Well, we're at Oaks Bottom Wildlife Refuge, and we're on the Willamette River in the Selwood neighborhood, southeast Portland. I think there's so much that's special about this place. First of all, it's right in the heart of Portland. Anybody can get here. You can go down the trails and see eagles, osprey, kingfishers, all the native plants that I love, that I eat and make medicine from. I've worked with Native youth of all ages for many years. We also had a Native preschool for many years for 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. And we would come out here and the children learn how to make a tea. And so now that those children are 9 and 10, they'll say, oh, are we having wintertime tea? Are we having tea from Douglas fir branch and cedar and the wild mint and Oregon grape? And so they feel connected to place, but they also feel they feel empowered that I know these plants help me, these plants are part of my health and well-being. You know, Portland used to be all forested like this, so the students get very excited. The young people are excited about reforesting.
Well, there's a huge amount of restoration that has been going on for some time at Oaks Bottom Wildlife Refuge, just as there are significant restoration efforts throughout the region, throughout the intertwine, I would say, meaning all the parks, trails, and natural areas in the Portland-Vancouver region. We've got the spring water on the Willamette and the spring water corridor. You can start in downtown Portland in the Esplanade and walk all the way out to Boring, and eventually you'll be able to take the trail all the way to Estacada and beyond up the Clackamas River or to Timberline on Mount Hood and hook up with the Pacific Crest Trail. So it's intended to be an interconnected network. When John Charles Olmsted did the master plan for Portland Parks in 1903, he proposed a system of boulevards and parkways. And then it was to allow people to travel in their carriages from park to park. Now we have this fabulous 40-mile loop, which is actually 150 miles, and an even larger network of trails throughout the Portland-Vancouver region to provide recreational opportunities. People can jog, they can walk, they can ride their bikes, but they can also have access to areas like Oaks Bottom.
We come out, we explore, hands-on, we taste, we smell, we touch. The children become familiar with place. We identify cedar and Douglas fir, and we look at the river and we talk about where does this water come from? Oh, it comes out of Johnson Creek. Well, where does that water come from? Well, that comes out of the Crystal Springs. Where is that out? Oh, that's hidden in Reed Canyon. Still a viable salmon run. And so all within just a 5-mile radius, the children get a sense of our connection to place, but our connection to the salmon and the animals and the birds and the insects here. And we are on a trail. The trail is open, so anyone can visit here anytime.
Well, one reason we're working so hard to protect and actually expand the intertwine is to ensure everybody in the region has access to nature near where they live, near their school, and near where they work. Yeah, one of the biggest challenges I think we have to face as the Portland-Vancouver region grows is how we go about integrating the built and natural environments. And the natural commons is what provides us. I mean, the natural commons are important for their own sake. There's inherent beauty, and from a philosophical perspective, it's just nice to know we're sharing with other critters. But the natural commons also provides all of us with incredible services. We have, obviously, it's beautiful to look at. The wetlands and the floodplains help protect us from floods if we allow them to do their natural thing. They clean water for us, they clean the air for us. So the natural commons is basically our life support system, and in fact we like to refer to it frequently as the green infrastructure that we're trying to integrate with the gray infrastructure. The more wetlands we have, the more intact floodplains we have, the less we have to spend on expensive pipes. Well, I have noted on occasion when I've been out on my alone, out looking at birds or whatever, I constantly find myself turning around wanting to share that with someone. And actually, I think that is what I enjoy most, is seeing the looks on someone's face when they look through a spotting scope or a pair of binoculars and there's a bald eagle right in front of them, or a red-tailed hawk, or a river otter. So for me, I love seeing those critters myself, but I actually enjoy it even more if I can see other people, kids of all ages, seeing some spectacular natural phenomenon in the middle of the city. That's what I love. Or hear a downy woodpecker, which I'm hearing right now at Oaks Bottom, pecking on a tree.
I think our responsibility as Native people, but as all people, we have a responsibility. We have a role to play. We were always charged with that responsibility of reciprocal relationship. More than just caretaking, it's about an intimate relationship where we are salmon, or we are these plants when we ingest. But even deeper than that, it's more than just ingesting these incredible plants and foods. It's also about sharing a place with them and what they teach us. And they've been here a long time, and very much we're taught that for them to be here, for us to continue to be here, we must ensure that they will be here too. Without them, we will cease to be here.